Hi.
Good morning, Mary Cheatham. How are you?
So good. I'm so glad
I'm
you're
so
here.
good. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me.
You guys, this is going to be really fun. Okay, so yet again, I'm just going to remind everybody at the beginning of each one, Meg is at home with precious, squishy baby Sadie, who is getting squishier by the day, as they do.
Mhm.
And so we are rotating through these wonderful, fabulous folks that I get to work with. And so today, my co-host for Coffee with MC is Elise Von Hagen. And so, Elise, would you please tell a little bit about what you do?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
I've been here for about 4 years now, and I have had the pleasure of answering our phones. I do a lot of other things,
A
but
lot of other things.
I one of the main things is I get to answer our phones. So anytime somebody needs us, anytime somebody's got some questions, wants to see anything, I'm the one who gets to talk to them. I also get to play a lot around in all of the back ends doing some snooping of things. I love some private investigating, so we get to do a little
She's
bit of
the
that
best
here
at
and
it,
there.
guys. If you need any sort of PI work done, you call our main number and Elise will answer and she'll
I'm
handle it for
here.
you. Y'all, I love hearing Elise on the phones. I mean, she ends up telling people like where they should get their hair cut. And what are some of your other like best things
Oh
that
my
you
gosh, like dry cleaning is one of my very
dry cleaning?
favorites.
People
You would
call to
not
ask if they should get
believe
things
how
dry
many
cleaned.
times. And then also like catering. I love, you and
Catering's a
I
good one.
had Plated Love came
Yes.
and they had the best brunch for us. I love getting to send Andrea stuff out to people, like
Yep.
knowing that they're
Yep.
here, they just want a fun dinner with the family. It's so much
We
fun.
get the best questions. We
It's
love
so
it when y'all
great.
call us and ask us good questions, especially because Elise is the one that answers them and she will research and she will find you exactly what you need.
Makes
So,
it
yay.
so fun.
Okay, so y'all, today we do not have anyone joining us. It is just Elise and me because you guys, Elise has this really fun hobby and it's the perfect time of year. Labor Day has come and gone. We are officially fall. Y'all know that pumpkin spice is back at Starbucks. We
God.
had that last
Yeah.
week. Yeah. So I mean it is fall. It is fall. And so Elise is going to tell us a little bit about one of her favorite pastimes and how you too can take advantage of it on the Crystal Coast.
Yes.
So tell us about it, Elise.
So thank you so much, Mary Cheatham. It's going to sound kind of funny. The very first time that I told all the teammates, there was a little bit of a giggle. But I just have to share because it's the coolest thing I love to do here. I love, and I know y'all will too, bird watching on the Crystal Coast. So the very first time somebody proposed to me bird watching, I'm like, what?
Pass.
I'm so sorry that no, I don't Central Park. I don't like a pigeon. I
Yeah.
don't. And then after getting into it just the littlest bit, I realized how much more it actually is than that. So what it really is, more than just watching birds and being outside, it's a lot more about just slowing down to appreciate where you are. So this is prior to living here, I lived up in the mountains, been all over North Carolina like you have.
Okay.
And down here is really something special. And it's so easy to just get caught up in all of the mess. I mean, you're driving down 70, right? It's so easy to just like, oh, there's the food line, there's the bank, I'm going to work. But when you start thinking about what bird might be living in that tree, it makes things a lot more magical. So one of the coolest parts about the Crystal Coast is that we have so many different ecosystems and we're able to see so many different things.
This is so cool, you guys. I mean, had you ever considered? I would love to know if you're watching this and you're a birder, would you please comment because I really want to know you. So that's first of all. And second of all, one of the things that's really important, at least, so we have all these different ecosystems around here. Apparently, we live in an incredible spot for bird
Mhm.
watching. Y'all, who knew? It's like the layers of the Crystal Coast keep revealing themselves to us, right?
Mhm.
And so, what makes fall a good time for bird watching?
Oh my gosh, so such a good question.
Okay.
And I actually had no idea about this before I really was down here. And I was, why are there so many more here in the
Yeah.
fall? Well, it's migration season, ladies and gentlemen. So during the spring and the fall, we've got birds coming from their breeding sessions off to either their sleeping or back to migratory sessions because we're on the coast and right off of the Gulf Stream, we happen to get a
Mm.
lot of those migratory birds. So a lot of the times when things will go from the Florida Keys all the way up to Iceland or Greenland will be one of those stopover points. So spring and fall, they like to stop here during those migrations.
I love this. Okay, so what are the birds? What are your personal favorite birds to see? And where I understand that you can take advantage of bird watching lots of places, like when you're
Mhm,
driving past the
mhm.
bank, but also like if you were to go and say, I'm just going to go somewhere and really like block some time for bird watching, where would you go?
Absolutely. So, a couple different answers to that. One
Okay.
of my favorite birds to see is a painted bunting. They are the coolest little birds. They are neon colors. They've got bright red heads, the coolest green bellies. They're gorgeous little birds, and they're migratory, but they do live here year round. There is an awesome population of those at Fort Macon. The folks at Fort Macon do such a good job of refilling their bird feeders, and you can typically catch the painted buntings early morning or kind of twilight dusk time over in Fort Macon.
Okay, so where are the bird feeders at Fort Macon?
Thank you so much for asking. So they're kind of located around the Ranger Center.
Yeah.
If you explore back into the woods around there, you'll
Okay.
notice the feeders. They're blocked off. They don't want people getting too close to them just to make sure the birds stay comfortable.
Yeah.
But you're able to go back and see. And again, earlier in the morning, later at night when it's not too hot is really when they prefer to be out there.
Painted buntings,
Painted
you
buntings,
guys.
y'all.
We'll post a link to a painted bunting so that you guys, I need a visual. So
They're gorgeous.
Okay. Okay.
Another one, which is awesome, and I actually got the opportunity to see this the other weekend. We went out to the Cape, beautiful weekend, and we got to see a reddish egret, which is one of the
wow.
coolest
Egrets are
birds.
really cool.
They're so cool, right? They're so fun. And this one is particularly fun because it hunts like it's drunk. So it runs around with its wings full up and its head at the water and sprints through the water. You're like, what is that bird doing? Has it been drinking? It hasn't. That is what it's meant to do. It was so cool.
Do they eat
to
fish?
see. They do. Yep. Fish,
Okay.
shrimp, krill, anything they can find sort of
Okay.
right in there grazing.
Okay. Man, you guys, I kind of love this. Okay, do you have like, is there like an app that you use? Do you have a book? Like, how do you identify these birds?
For sure. So the easiest way that I'll identify it is the Merlin app, which comes through the
Merlin.
exactly
Like the wizard.
exactly
The
like
Merlin
wizard.
app, guys.
Exactly.
Merlin. Okay.
And that's run by the folks at Cornell in
Oh,
their bird department. So
okay.
it is constantly being improved, but the biggest thing about that is it can help you record sounds of birds and tell you what they are. So if you're sitting out in your backyard, like who's over there
That
yelling at
is
me?
so cool. I would not have considered that. So it's not necessarily you don't take a picture of it, you record it, and then they
Mhm.
identify it by the sound.
Exactly.
Man, that's so
Exactly.
cool. Okay.
It's super cool. And then you can and you can upload pictures as well, but it can be tricky to get
Yeah.
a picture of that bird sitting up there and maybe moving. And so being able to just record the sound there. There's also the time I was out on the deck with my husband and that's an owl. And so we pulled up Merlin. It was a great horned owl. We then found it throughout our neighborhood following the sounds. It was just so much fun. It was such an unexpected adventure to just there's a bird that
I
we're
had
gonna go
not
find.
considered bird watching as anything that was on my bingo card. And this actually sounds very enticing.
It's so relaxing. Just for the sake of you're there in the moment.
Yeah.
The only purpose is to pay attention to what's around you. Another key is you really just have to watch and listen. Not necessarily for anything, but
Yeah.
just for something to change. And that's a cool skill that we don't get to practice often.
Yeah.
We're so often planning and preparing, and so much about bird watching is just appreciating the moment where you are and the fact we get to be here.
You know what's one of the things that really strikes me about this too? I was listening to, I don't know, have you ever heard of Naval Ravikant?
Yes.
Okay, Naval Ravikant.
Yeah.
You know, he's an angel investor. I don't know, my husband and I both really think he's so fascinating. But he had not been on a podcast that I had seen in a long time, but he just did one this spring. It's called Modern Wisdom is the name of the podcast where he was an interviewee. Yes, but he was saying that one of the elements that makes life so wonderful is the element of surprise. That if you could control all variables and you know exactly what's going to happen, like sure you could have only elevated and wonderful experiences, but also without surprise, like is it even fun? And so that's one of the things that sounds really fun about bird watching, right? Is that you go out and then you're surprised by what is it that you see, what is it that you hear, and also surprised by the fact I think just how much I have gone without noticing that. The surprise that all this has always been in the background.
It is one of those so cool. It's one of those as soon as you start looking for the magic, it jumps out at you. It's everywhere.
That is so cool.
It's awesome.
Okay, so Elise, my last question for you is, so we know that you can go see the bunting, painted bunting.
Yeah, painted bunting.
Okay, at Fort Macon, and I'm sure
Yep.
other things also.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then you can notice the birds at any time. I know you and Eric heard them on your deck, that kind of thing. Is there anywhere else that you go for dedicated bird watching?
Sure.
In Carteret County, of
In
course.
Carteret County, absolutely. So the other place that I really love getting to go and just kind of make a time out of it is over to the Patsy Pond Nature Trail off of 24. So it's part of the Croatan
You
Forest.
guys, did y'all know about this? I don't.
It's just if you're going west. That's the direction.
Yeah.
Yep, west. If you're going west towards Carolina Home and Garden, it's
Yeah.
probably a mile before it. They've got a couple different loops back over there, going from a mile to 3 miles, but it's a pine stand. So you get a lot of really cool birds that you won't find elsewhere.
Oh,
A lot of our area is old growth live oak. But it's exclusively pine stand. So you'll get such cool warblers. It's also got a lot better visibility. So you're able to see birds a lot further
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus the fact it's a hike, and then you get to drive a mile down the road and go to Carolina Home and
Wait, no,
Garden.
that's so the Patsy Pond.
Patsy Pond Nature
And
Trail.
so if you put this in your maps, it'll take you
It'll
there.
pop right up.
Okay, and then clearly you would go to Carolina Home and Garden, and depending on the time of day, you would either have a cocktail or a beer or a great coffee or tea.
Exactly. Their lavender lattes are to die for.
I
So
wonder if
good.
they're doing a pumpkin something. I bet they are,
They have
guys.
to
I
be.
bet they are. If you know that, please comment.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so fun. Elise, I love this.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
But I mean, what fun that this has all been available right in our backyard. You know, maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys have been bird watching the whole time and not telling me. But I'm into it. I'm here for it.
It's great. It's been really fun to share it with the team members. I've got a couple other people on the team who will send each other pictures of the birds at our feeders. We'll ask each other tips on what sort of seeds we're using. It's this whole cool community that I didn't know existed till I got into it.
I think this is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and before we sign off, I want to know what's been saving your life lately.
Oh my gosh. Like lately it's had to be my family. I've gotten to spend some really great quality time with my in-laws, my parents, everyone around me. It's such a great reminder of how lucky we are. This season gets so busy, and just getting to slow down a little bit over this past holiday and really enjoy them was super special.
So great. That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. And y'all be sure and notice the birds. Download the Merlin app. And if y'all have got any insights, be sure to drop a comment here. Thanks so much, y'all. See you next
Thanks,
Friday.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.